everybody. This is Melissa, your free range psychic. Today is October the 4th, 2020, and oh my God, I wanted to call this video, what the hell just happened? But instead I'm calling it the super spreaders, and it's not really all about all of those people. It's just, it was a statement. What the hell just happened? Trump is in the hospital with COVID. Now all kinds of conflicting reports about, just how sick he is, and, the window of time that he actually contracted the virus or tested positive seems to be expanding. And that is not a good sign, because the more that the virus is in your body and not being treated, and the more symptomatic you are, and in Trump's case, he was out and about, the fundraisers, etc., being a super spreader, the best super spreader in the bigliest in the whole world. That's not good, because if your immune system cannot fight off this virus, if there's a big viral load that you carry, and you have other comorbidities or conditions like cardiovascular, and we don't know if he's diabetic, but there's all kinds of suspicion that he is having these other problems that are not good indicators for outcome if you are stricken with COVID, including his age, weight, etc. Not that people can't beat it in their 90s, they can, but in Trump's case, I mean, look at the guy. So everybody has a right to be freaked out, because it's not a good situation, and there was speculation, right, about going to the hospital. Now, narcissists, and Trump is the bigliest, or one of them, hate the hospital, and they hate being sick, unless they can manipulate it for attention. But they really don't like it, because they need to be in control, and if they can't use their symptoms to control, and in this case, this really makes him look weak. That's why he walked out to the helicopter, because apparently, allegedly, as I was watching CNN last night, he did have trouble breathing. He did need supplemental oxygen before he was, taken by helicopter to Walter Reed. What does that tell you? And there was real reason for alarm. So he got himself together. He probably got a lot of supplemental oxygen before he walked out to that plane, and got on that plane. And oh my God, did you see the videos of him? Oh my God, like that he put out on Twitter. He looked bad, and it was pathetic. They'd prop him up, take him out of his hospital gown or whatever, and put him in the clothes he came in with, and he's, like he ever does that much work anyway, sitting at a desk with a pen in his hand. Really, they should have shown what he really does, which is, watch multiple television screens and, yell at them, but he wasn't doing that. So, of course, that's all cover. I guess for national security reasons too, that, kind of like Kim Il-jung, that whole thing, that, our president is doing fine, nothing to see here. Of course, he's being given all these experimental medications, and apparently he has shares in one of them, what is it, the antiviral one beginning with an R. I don't remember what it's called, Rem something or other. And that's our Trump, trying to make a profit. So it's crazy, cray, and it's really hard not to feel schadenfreude, right? You go out there without a mask, and you're going to come down with it, and then there's that conflicting, feeling, because being human beings and wanting to be compassionate, and I don't blame you that don't. I really don't. But there's a lot of us that are feeling, we don't want to wish anybody ill will and hope he gets better, blah, whatever. So there's a lot of conflicting feelings for us, and I have no idea what the Trump people are feeling. Somebody, fill me in if you know any of them. I really don't know what they're feeling. They're good about going into denial and spinning, and of course they're spinning like crazy. So I think that's in one of my readings. So yeah, that's where we're at today, and I've been trying to find out like what his current status is. I don't know, and the concerning thing is even if he does recover, my guides. I guess I'll say that for the reading too, because I did do a reading on him. But there are all kinds of ramifications when you have COVID, because it's I've heard it compared to Lyme disease. Actually, it ravages your body if you have a certain kind of immune response to it, which is like when your immune system goes into hyperdrive, because it's I guess initially it's not fighting off the virus, and then boom, it goes the other way, and then it starts attacking the body or whatever. We have no idea here what's going to be happening. And then at the same time, the Supreme Court, Amy Barrett, where McConnell wants to do the whole thing virtually on Zoom. What the hell is that about? He's so desperate. So, okay, let me get into the reading. I did 4 3-card spreads today. I promise I will do a past life reading again. It's just that, things are happening right now, especially being so near the election. So, kind of current events is kind of where I'm at right now, and I probably, you guys are too. So, Trump is the first of my 3-card spread readings, and I'm using the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. The Devil, the orange one, not looking so orange, I should say, right now. We kind of see him, without the orange, but this is the orange Ciro, the orange Devil. Burning up fever, right? He did have a fever. Now the antivirals are decreasing the fever. That's why his fever is going down, because he's on things that are treating it. But he was having a fever, shortness of breath, fatigue when he got lifted into the hospital. This is the Ten of Swords. He got COVID. Got him. This is COVID. It's all the variants of COVID. He was got by one of them, and now he's down. All this time, thinking he could beat it, thinking he was maybe the hydroxychloroquine and whatever was protecting him, but no, he's man down. Houston, we have a problem, or DC, we have a problem. And then the outcome card that my guides gave me is a death card. So, the literal translation is death. I don't know whether this is just me hoping that he makes it through to the election, because I want him to get beaten by Biden, and I don't want anybody else to come in. In the meantime, it might be a little more popular or something. But my guides say one outcome anyway, maybe that he does recover, but because of the damage to his heart, he dies in the late duck session, because he has these the symptoms that, or he has this sustained damage from the COVID that takes its toll. But whether he dies soon or later, or maybe this is the death of his presidency, but I don't know. We're reading on COVID here. So this is the outcome card. So at some point this disease takes his life, allegedly. Maybe it means something else, but this is what I'm kind of thinking, if we're just reading on the outcome of a illness, and especially since we have this card here. We'll see. So the next reading is on Amy Barrett. And so they gave me this card for her. This is Justice. She's judge. 3 years or something is her experience, but this is her. She wants to be on the Supreme Court. This is this kind of decision-making process regarding her filling the cups, filling the shoes of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who has passed away. The outcome card for her, Ten of Swords. So what my guides are saying is that she doesn't get in. We'll see. Maybe this is later on. She has to resign or something. But I feel like there's a huge interference coming in with her. Unexpected things. Maybe it's something on her part, something of a scandal, something of an exposure regarding her. But there's all kinds of chaos, and it's supposed to be smooth sailing. Now, 3 members of the Justice Committee so far have come down with the coronavirus. So it's not looking good, and it's hard to believe that there aren't more of the GOP judicial members coming down with COVID. You know, there's an incubation period, and even though they've, people test negative, they keep on testing them because it takes a while for the positives to come up. So this is not looking good for her. The next reading is on Vice President Pence. Are we looking forward to that debate? I want to watch that debate. I want to see Camilla take him out in that debate, because I love Camilla Harris. And although it's hard for me to watch those debates because I hate when I hear Pence talk about anything. He's such a liar, and he's so he's an abominable person, I think. Although he comes across as, I'm a good Christian, God-loving man, and what is behind all of that? And he's such a toady to Trump. Whatever you say, Mr. Trump, whatever you say, and in the meantime, he's just waiting for his moment to come in and be president. So what my guides showed me that is representing Pence is the Tower. So this is Pence. And this is really Trump Tower, so he is affected by everything that's happening with this Titanic of the Trump administration. He cannot help it. He's falling out of this tower. This is a disaster. Everything he touches becomes a disaster. Every project he's given to coordinate becomes a disaster. The coronavirus task force, right? What a disaster! So this is how his place in and how he's affected by this government, and also just came to mind. He takes the fall. This is one of his designated roles, taking the fall for whatever is a disaster Trump has created. The next card is the King of Pentacles, so this is the toady. This is Pence in his guise, being loyal to the president. I'm going to fulfill whatever you need me to fulfill. I'm going to work on your behalf, but it's always in subservience. He's not the king here. He's the prince, and so his outcome is also the Ten of Swords. And this gentleman here hit the ground here, and all the swords fall down on him. So this is disaster for him. So if we're worried that he's going to be president, well, he might be president for a month or something, or a few weeks, but no. I remember what my guides were saying to me too, is that, or were saying to me when I asked them, there's a lot of scandal with this guy, like money laundering, contacts with Russia, behind that facade of like 1950s, fathers knows best, is a criminal, and it's going to be found out. So it's going to catch up with him. This is really karma too, raining down on him. So the next reading I did, the 3-card spread, was on Joe Biden, it just reminds me of, wow, the huge things that happen, like the debate, right? It's just like all of a sudden you forget about it because this other thing comes up. But oh my God, that debate, my heart went out to Joe Biden, but I thought he did a pretty good job. And Trump must have been on tons of something, Adderall, cocaine, allegedly. I can't accuse him really of being on things I don't know about, but steroids, something. Wow, he was he was out of control. I only watched 5 minutes of it, and I had to turn the television off. It's like, no, my brain will literally, explode. I cannot traumatize myself like this, but I did hear about it and saw snippets of it afterwards. So a horrible, horrible thing. It's just so embarrassing, and people think that Trump said he had the virus because that he's lying about the virus, that he's faking the coronavirus because he did so poorly at the debate. But I don't know. I believe he has the virus. But yeah, that debate was so crazy. But he thinks he did a great job because he was a man. He was Stalin-esque. He just has no subjective ability to really, reflect on him, to see himself. Okay. So this is Joe, and I believe this is Joe Biden. I believe this is Kamala Harris. I believe I got a twofer in this card, representing the Vice President Joe Biden and his running mate, who will be his vice president. Strength, strong. The next card is the Ace of Pentacles. This is a very auspicious card for this reading for him. This is this is a good result. This is a new path, a successful venture, a beginning. The beginning, I believe, of his presidency, and this is the winning of the election. Victorious, and people are happy and cheering him, and yes, this is a good result here. This is a fantastic result. This is, I believe, Joe Biden winning the election here, and in a super tsunami. And the election going through, I think I said this in the last reading, but this election will happen, it will, no matter what they try to do, Joe Biden ends up as president. And that is my reading for this week. What the hell just happened? And I did ask the guides for an oracle card for us. Out of this deck, Whispers of Healing by Angela Hartfield. And the card that we got was Flow. So I will read this card to you. This card is about manifestation. It is wonderful to know you can release your unhappiness. Please trust that you hold the power to be happy. Your healing is hinged on how you view the world. If you feel unhappy or unlucky, you may benefit from committing to a more positive attitude. You may have fallen into a pattern of limiting thinking that doesn't allow you to see your inner beauty or the beauty of your world. This card also suggests that you often find yourself in situations that trigger past issues. Perhaps it is time for you to heal those issues. Be open to the messages and signs that are continually part of your reality. Allow yourself to see your blessings. Trust that you are given opportunities to grow and learn so you can release what doesn't work and call in what your true desires are. The waterfall in this image is illustrative of renewal or life. Sorry about the glare, if you can see it. Or life changes. The dragonflies represent your deeper thoughts and address a need to live more fully. The butterflies symbolize your soul. Your soul is on a journey of transformation. On your journey, you will come across lessons and sudden changes that may shift your perception and bring you closer to enlightenment. At this moment, your ability to manifest is amplified. Determine what it is you desire and get to work on making it happen. Beautiful card. At this point in the reading, I'd like to remind you that I am available for personal readings. I can read past, present, and future, including past lives. I'm a medium. I can help or try and help those who have not passed over to the other side, who are stuck in the in-between realm with the help of my guides. And I love to introduce you to your guardian angels. Please take care and be well. Love yourselves. I love you. I will be back. Take care, okay? And stick around for the musical interlude at the end. Bye-bye.